Okay, may buntag sa tanong siya. Mabuhay Madayaw. Welcome to Pep Talks, our bi-monthly press forum on travel and tourism here at the SM Lanang. Of course, this is brought to us by the Department of Tourism Davao with SM Lanang Malls. Okay, ang ato we'd like to introduce our first set of guests this morning. Kauban nato for the upcoming Utlanan exhibit. Kauban nato si Sir Lito Pepito. May buntag Sir Lito. Of course, the famous Sir Lito Pepito. Kauban po nato our friends from Tagum Tourism for the upcoming Kabibo 2023. Kauban nato si Ma'am Alma Salting Braga, may buntag ma'am, and si Sir Jake Barabad from the Tagum City Business Investment Center. And we also have with us the manager of Young Living Essential Oils Davao Center, Ms. Gladys Membrano, may buntag. And of course, ato Higala, very active ni sa mga adventure races, fresh from Thailand, nag-ano siya dito, nag-appeal po sa race. But we'll ask him more about kung sino tabo dito. We have Mr. Doy Calves for Mount Apo Sky and Vertical Race and the Everesting Mount Loay Race. May buntay sa iyong tanan. Okay, so ganda nato, no? Unahon nato siguro si Sir Lito Pepito to tell us about his upcoming exhibit at the Azuela Cove. Sir Pepito, Sir Lito, pagitaga little idea kung unsa ba ding utlanan, unsay mga artworks na ma-expect nato during that exhibit?
May buntag sa atong tanan, no? Ako si Lito Pepito, again, for 40 years, artist sa Davao, pero di kaya ko nila makitaan, kaya I'm very camera shy. Palagi na ko nasa studio. Kadaghanan sa ako mga exhibit, gusto kong ititle Binisaya. Utlanan, pag sinabi mong utlanan, murag stop, murag boundary. I-stop na ko ang akong realism style, and then it's the beginning of my new exploration in art. So that includes abstract painting, modern and sculpture. So ang akong realism, ako nang ibilin sa akong anak ko, happen to got my talent in realism. So karon ako, I've been in 3 transitions, but dugay na ko nag-transition nga gusto na kong mulupad sa pagka modern artist. Kaya di lang ko di na ko mabiyaan ang realism, matintag ko pagbalik sa realism. And this time, I'm definite that I'll be exploring more on what I feel na makalipay sa ako as an artist. So, Utlanan will be opened in November 18 at the Azuela Cove at 4 o'clock, and it will run up to November 25. So, ganiha, pag-abot na ako, ang topic mo kung agriculture, ay go outcast na ko dire kay agriculture man. Ang topic, but immediately, sabi ko, ang aking mga paintings anyway can be connected to agriculture because I'm planting my trees and my flowers in my canvas in my studio. This is a studio farming. So, ngayon, kung magsabi ng mga livestock, I also have birds, fishes, nandun connected pa rin sa agriculture. So, ang atin, we are promoting our beautiful plants, flowers, and dito sa Davao City, kasi na controversial ba ito nga ang Davao City daw walay identity. So, karon anything ang identity, hindi man na kailangan ni mga moabot lang ng identity. The way we do things, maipakita natin yan. It's better for us to promote Davao art and culture. I-promote nato ni sa laing lugar. Kaya di pa magsigig kopya sa laing daghan kayo na sa ila nitong subjects sa abroad, ang Western art. So, magsigit ang kopya nga atong ipadala sa ila, mas maayo na nga atong subjects, atong kuhaon dire sa atong lugar. So, natay mga 14 tribes, ang mga taga Manila, as far as I know, 14 tribes, ang taga Manila naglaway sa atong mga subject, pero ang atong kadaghanan sa atong mga, I encourage the Davao artist na tabangan nato ang atong mga ethnic people na atong promote sila na maingon naman sila komersyon daw nato dili i-promote nato ang atong kultura diri sa Davao ngadto sa Cebu, Manila o sa ubang nasod kay pag naka-experience ko nangutana ko dito sa ubang nasod ko pwede ba ako mag-exhibit diri gingnan ko nila pwede but bring us your menu. Ibig sabihin, dali natin ang ating art dito. Don't bring us our artworks. Dalhan mo sila sa ilang putahe, di wala, sumuol na. So, mas mayong atong dadon sa ilang, atong i-promote yun ang Davao Arts and Culture. Daghang kahit ang subjects diri nga, di lang makitaan sa uban, kay gusto lagi ang bagay. Manglakbay diwa, okay lang yan. Darating din tayo dyan, pero i-promote yun nato. First and foremost, we have to promote the art and culture.
Mga tawag na love our own sa, no?
Yes,
Yeah,
po.
inahay magsunod ang tanan. So we'll learn more about sa exhibit ni Mr. Lito, no? Kaubat po na to our friends from the City Tourism Council ng Tagum Restaurant Association, si Ma'am Alma o si Sir Jake. Tell us about Kabibo kay ang City of Tagum murag every month. So okay na to din sa Patlas kay daghan yung activity na every month. So let us know kung saan yung mga events nyo kayo sa pagpanaw na ko ng murag 5 ata for this month pa lang ni. So can you tell us more about this, Ma'am Alma and Sir Jake?
So, maayong buntag sa atong tanan. So, yes, we will have the Kabibo 2023. So, we have the Humba Challenge, tapos Tindanao, Mindanao. We have the Holiday Tree Lighting, the Mindanao Floriculture, Food Avenida, and Carnival. So, the Humba Challenge will start on November 11 until the 19th. So, Humba Challenge, actually, this was started way back 2013, and we brought it back again because during fiesta, ang staple food sa Tagum is actually humba. So, we thought, this is a good platform for the home-based cooks. No? So, at least ma-appreciate nato ang culinary, gastronomic identity ng Tagum. So, that's why we have this. And we also have the Mindanao Floriculture, which will be on November 24 to December 3. Ito naman is a preparation of the upcoming International Floriculture next year. So we will have this to promote the plant industry of Davao.
Tagum will be hosting ito International Floriculture, no?
Sorry po.
Next year.
Next
Tagum
year.
sila mo host.
Yeah, so in preparation, we have it this year sa Tagum,
I see.
Mindanao-wide.
Interesado man yung humba, pero balikan na to na. Sir Jake?
Mayong buntag sa atong friends from media. Tama to imong giingon sir no na Tagum is kada bulan gid siya na ay festival. Well in fact actually ang Tagum have a 11 festival in a year. So yeah. So by the way ako sa paila-ila di akong kaugalingon nakalimot ko na ako si Samuel Jake Barabad under sa City Mayor's Office heading the office of Tagum City Business and Incentive Center. So yes, this November we have the Kabibo 2023. Sa giingon na ni Ma'am Alma kaganina, we have the Humba Challenge, no? Also, our office will be also heading the Tindanao. So, unsa ni siyang Tindanao? This is a Mindanao Regional Fiesta Trade Expo. But actually, coming from the word Tinda, which means to sell. But actually, the main objective of Tinda is Tagum Integrated Network and Distributors Alliance. So, sa akong na-mention kaganina, daghan kaayo og event ang Tagum every month. And true enough, because we would like the people to experience the vivacity of Tagum as a city in harmony. So sa kadaghan na mo og event, daghan kaayo migbisita, no, moabot permanente sa Tagum. And kaning Tindanao, this is actually like a rebirth of a barter trading. So si Tindanao will be participated by the 6 regions in Mindanao. So naatay nag-confirm na visitors coming from Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Zamboanga, Surigao, Agusan, Soxargen as well. So ang mahitabuan ni karon, it's a trade expo. So magkaroon og mga linkage tanan dito per region. When they will display their own local products. This is non-food. We have food as well, but those are specialty food. So we also would like to target Tagum to be a center of commerce in Mindanao. So that's why we are creating this Tindanao. It's a distributors alliance. So that yung mga product all over from Mindanao will be easier to distribute and mas madali siya madala sa other provinces. So basically, we would like to create a linkage from this one. And this is the pioneer in Tagum City, in line as well with the event. And also, we'll not stop there because we are aiming as well that this Tinda or Tindanao will also be into international stage kasi we're also planning to bring this to the BIMP Iaga soon.
All right. Sige na pa, sir.
Okay, and we also have the Food Avenida. So what is this Food Avenida? Tagum City is enhancing its associations. So itong Tagum Food Avenida naman, this is array of local foods from our MSMEs, small medium enterprise vendors, no? So to those of you na nakabisita na po sa Tagum City, we have that iconic City Hall, right? It's a mile-long stretch from, it's a long mile stretch of a food avenida. So, yun ang tawag namin avenida because it will be filled up with all food stalls from the main entrance of the City Hall towards the whole City Hall ground. And we do have a lot of events surrounding that occasion as well. And we have that on November 24, Ma'am Alma will speak about the tallest
The holiday tree lighting. So on November 24 at around 5 o'clock, the people of Tagum will gather around the city to witness the lighting of the giant Christmas tree. I believe it is the tallest Christmas tree in the Philippines, in the country. So it is 198 feet tall. And today, this year's theme is based on the 25th, the silver anniversary of Tagum as a city. So yes, it's a milestone.
So those were some of the events that happen, that will happen actually only in November. And of course, nandoon na rin yung famous na traditional carnival. So nakaset up na rin yung amusement park right now in preparation for the fiesta. So it's like a month of vivacity, especially that isa sa mga highlight event talaga ng November sa Tagum is the Tagum City Parochial Town Fiesta. So it is actually a gathering of culture, arts, and even entrepreneurialism in Tagum City. So experience Tagum in full vivacity and experience what is in the city of harmony.
Alright, so Tagum is really the festivals capital of Davao region. Okay, padayon pa later, we'll know more about yung sa itong details of the festivals. We have also Ms. Gladys Mabrano of Young Living Essential Oils Davao Center. Ms. Gladys, tell us about unsa ding inyong products and where is this available and other information that you'd like to share with us.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank Sir Ian and, of course, SM Lanang for inviting us this morning. I'm not sure if you've heard of us, Young Living Essential Oils. We're the world leader in essential oils. We are present in 33 countries. We have an experience center in Manila, in BGC, and currently we also have our second experience center in the Philippines. We are at Azuela Cove. We are at retail number 3, Azuela Cove, Lanang, Davao City. And We are already on our 5th year here in the Philippines. So we have been empowering Filipinos with our premium products for 5 years. And to celebrate this milestone, we have an anniversary activity. It's a 3-day activity, November 17 to 19, and it's open for everyone, and it's for free. So if you visit us on those days, what do you expect? So if you come, you are able to experience a feast for the 5 senses, the sense of smell, touch, hearing, sight, and taste. You are also able to experience how to use essential oils and learn of its benefits. And we will also be giving lots of freebies. If you complete all the booths, you will be given a special gifts. And there will also be talk on those days. So the talks will focus on strengthening immune system and pursuing an all-natural lifestyle. So I saw some people nodding their heads when I mentioned Young Living. So I'm very happy kasi I don't know if majority of, we're doing well, in terms of sales here naman in Mindanao. But I don't know sa audience if, many majority here are users. But I'm sure some of you have been introduced. You were already introduced to our famous peppermint, lemon, and lavender. So if you want to know about us, know about oils, our oils are all natural. That's why some of our oils you can ingest. You can put it in your water. You can put it in your coffee, in your tea. So because our oils are all plant-based. So, and we also have this seed-to-seal commitment, meaning we only source our oils from farms, from our own farms and our own partner farms that have past the standards that we have set. So these farms must be, must have this all natural practices, organic farming, and all those stuff for them to be able to qualify as our suppliers. So that's why if you smell our oils, you don't have, this like what you call this, hindi masakit sa ilong. In other words, because it's all natural. So if you want to experience our oils, we are at Azuela Cove. Please come and visit, and I'll be there to assist you.
And I've read before, mga oils are not just imported, but not locally sourced. No?
Yeah, we have,
From local farms.
as what I've mentioned, we have the seed-to-seal commitment. So we're really very strict when it comes to sourcing of our oils. We have one farm here in the Philippines. It's in Naga, the Pili farm in Naga. That's where we get our elemi oil. It's from the resin of the pili tree. So the elemi oil, I think the ladies are familiar with this. It's present in your moisturizer and in your beauty products. So it's a good moisturizer. It's good for the skin. So, we're very proud that it's from the Philippines. And this oil is supplied all over the world. We also have one in Polillo Island. We have this product, the V6. It's a carrier oil. One of the 7 oils in this carrier oil is the coconut sourced from Polillo Island. So we only have 2 farms in the Philippines that were able to pass the standards set by our company. So our company, by the way, we're based in Lehi, Utah. We are present in 33 countries, and we have been doing the essential oils business for the past 33 years. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, Ms. Gladys. We'll learn more. I will learn more about your products and company later. Si Doy naman just came from Thailand, from Chiang Mai, from an international race. Pero he will also be calling mga participants for his upcoming international race here in Davao. So Doy, sugdan nato tong kung sino hitabo sa Chiang Mai, Thailand, kay Kabalokor na yung mga kauban nga nakadaog dito.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sir Ryan and TikTok SM for inviting me once again. Wala tamaanad aning ako, but yes, we came from Thailand 2 weeks ago. Nag-appeal mi aning international race, Ultra Trail Chiang Rai, which is located in Chiang Rai, Thailand. Doon siya sa Chiang Mai. So ang distance ani is 100 miles, 160 kilometers. Then we represent Mindanao. Kami duha nag-appeal, si Rexel Aguirre, which is one of the elite mountain runner here in Mindanao. Naka-champion siya. Yeah. So ako
Overall champion siya.
Yes, overall champion siya sa 100 miles nga category. Ako nakaumon ko ka 11 ko out of 80 participants. So kanang event na siya mga 900 participants, different categories na ay 100 kilometers, na ay 25, 50 and mga shorter distance. So mao tong nahitabo sa Thailand na mga dula. That's all.
Ayun, kuha yun na. Garbo sa Davao, ni mga adventure races na to. And natay upcoming po no karong December sa Mount Apo.
Yes, this coming December 9 and 10, we have mountain races again in Mount Apo. Ang venue is in Santa Cruz, sa Playa de Ubusa, sa Darong. So this is the 6th edition, and we have 3 categories, 100 kilometers, which Mauritia og Summit sa Mount Apo. Then we have also 50 kilometers halfway. Then we have short distance 10 kilometers. So this is also a part of Asia Trail Master, international accredited na race. One of the international umbrella diri sa Asia nga gatabang promote sa ato ang race diri sa Mindanao. So, mo nang may tabo last year, we have 26 countries nga visitors nato diri. Naman si Ryan ana. So mo nang iyang kuan nang iyang function na nga mga international umbrella nga mutabang sa tuag promote sa atong mga event, mo showcase sa mga, like for example sa Apo, tanan-tanan dili lang sa Apo, lain pa nga lugar diri sa Davao region like Matanao, San Isidro, Davao Oriental, sa Malaylan pod. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Wala to pa later na kung sa pato. Napakay Mount Loay. Ito ko
Yes,
na niya. At least gutan niya.
Thank
So
you,
we'll
sir.
now open the questions from our friends sa media.
Humba. Yes, sir.
As of the clarification ng cooking show tong ang Humba Festival, tell us more about the Humba.
Okay, so ang Humba Challenge is open. So we have 2 categories. We have the interbarangay and the other one is for the professional. So sa interbarangay, from November 11 to 15, ang barangay will hold their own contest. Tapos ang winner ana mag-interbarangay contest on November 19. Tapos open po siya, ang second category is for the professionals. So open ni siya sa mga restaurant owners, sa mga hotel, cafeterias, kanto sila ilahang kuan. Dini sa interbarangay, ang target namo ay ang home-based nga cooks, mga ordinary mothers nga nagaluto. So we will search for the best humba. So there will be a panel of judges comprising of culinary experts and gourmands. So we will have one champion from the barangay level and another one from the professional level. So we have prizes for them. So ang champion will have 10,000. The first prize will have 5,000 and the third prize will have 3,000. Yes, for both categories. Yes. So we have different winners and we have different prizes for them. Actually, this is already the third. So it started way back 2012 or 2013, and then we brought it back last year. Oo, kasi it's a good platform for home-based na mga cooks. Una dati is interbarangay lang. Ngayon we will include the professional. Basig na sila ay madugang sa classic humba.
Objective po ng objective natin having this kind of challenge.
Yes. So actually, ang objective namin dito is to, of course, to showcase the skills, creativity, and passion of the home-based cooks. No? So we will try to see how they cook the humba. And of course, to promote community engagement, to promote our love for our own local cuisine. So yun yung primary objective na ay, say may tawag ani, na ay camaraderie between barangays and healthy competition.
Looking forward ako ng Humba Capital Davao Region.
Okay, mangutana mo bitaw nga nung Humba. ang gipili sa Tagum City. Actually, the word humba is actually from a Chinese word hongba, which means a pork stew. So we would like also to have the initiative of our Filipino-Chinese sa Tagum, no? So that's why gi-claim namo ang kanang humba as one of the delicacy puhon sa Tagum. And of course, because this is a competition sa inter-barangay until citywide, so magaranti gyud ninyo nga matilawan ninyo ang pinaka-the best na humba sa Tagum. And in time po na siya sa Tagum parochial fiesta, in which common man sa atuang tanan basta naganit fiesta naagin na humba.
Jud mawala ang humba sa Tagum.
Ma'am, kaning humba niyo, ma'am, traditional recipe or they can make their own recipe sa humba?
Ang among target for the barangay, we would like to have if possible, the oldest recipe para heritage recipe. But for the professional level, we would like to have a twist on the classic humba sana.
Kaya na may Chinese humba na kung Pinoy humba, di ba?
But we have a different humba talaga from Cebu, right? So
Bisaya nga humba.
Bisaya nga humba.
Alright. Okay, questions? Carlo?
Sagarin ko na to. This is for Ma'am Braga. I suppose, annual regarding sa annual giant Christmas tree sa Tagum City. Yes, actually, kada tuig, lahi-lahi man gud ang tema nato, no? But what is can you give us a sneak peek for those na mga Tagumeños and non-Tagumeños for this year's theme sa atong giant Christmas tree?
Yes, okay. So actually, ang karong theme sa Christmas tree is Christmas in the Sea. So ang mga decorations would be sea creature siguro. So it's actually a surprise. So adto na lang din magtagom para makita naton sa kagarbo ang Christmas tree namo kay. But definitely it's centered siya sa silver theme kasi it's the 25th anniversary of the city of Tagum, and the theme is Christmas. What's that again?
Christmas in the sea. So nganong sigurong Christmas in the sea, no? Aside taptong giingon ni Ma'am Alma kaganina nga, it's aside from the 25th year sa cityhood sa Tagum, Christmas in the Sea para unique. Dili na siya katong mga decoration ng mga common, typical Christmas balls, Christmas lantern. So mo na amo gid mong giawhag nga nganong Christmas in the Sea, come to us and visit Tagum during lighting of the holiday tree.
Pangadto na lang. Adto na lang to sa Tagum. So just a brief teaser, kumbaga. So according to our we will have 96,000 white LED rice bulbs, and we will have 350 plus sea creatures as decorations, and we have 18,800 blue LED rice bulbs, 4,000 meters of LED rope lights. So you just imagine kung gaano ka bongga ang aming Christmas tree.
Every year na ganita sabog ang Tagum.
Yes.
So
Mula
this year,
tulad mo.
ginapactor mo yan sa iyo last year.
Every month.
Every month,
Pero ang pinakabongga karong
this year.
December, June.
Okay, so that's something we look forward
Yes.
to. Okay.
Yes. Please do visit us.
Okay. Nabatay yung mga local officials from Davao del Norte will be gracing the lighting ceremony po.
Well, definitely, there are local officials coming in to grace the occasion. Not only the city officials, also representative from the religious groups na agad na sila tanan, and minorities, the IPs and because isa man gud sa objective nato diha sa ato ang Christmas tree sa Tagum is mao lagi na is to promote the harmony of the people. So naagid na tanan all the sectors in Tagum City, from IPs, from the religious leaders, and of course our political leaders in Tagum will also be there and invited.
And to add to that, we have the Mindanao Floriculture on the same dates. So meron tayong mga bisita from all parts of Mindanao to showcase their plants. So they will have a plant exhibit and sale, and we will also be having skills training about plants, and there will also be plant competitions during that time. So talagang masaya during that time.
Asa yung venue, ma'am, sa floriculture?
Sa Avenida po.
Avenida
so
Gapan.
side by side, sa Picas na side,
So,
ang
nandito
plant,
parang
and the
events.
other side is the food avenue.
Okay. Other questions? So, Lito, by the way, how many art pieces are you expecting sa inyong exhibit?
I'm preparing 30
30.
art pieces, and this exhibit, my 18th solo art exhibition, is sponsored by the Azuela Cove and Bistro Rosario, and supported by La Herencia, and support with as a member of the DAFI, Davao Artists Federation Incorporated. And regarding the exhibit, Miss Lorelei can explain some more of the preparation of the exhibit, as they are the main sponsor.
I see. Miss Lorelai, pwede pa ba invite mo rin? Kasi pwede ta maka-share information about the exhibit.
Hello, I am Lori Lee Duran from Ayala Land Premier. I am a property specialist from Ayala Land Premier, and we are honored to be the main sponsor for Mr. Lito Pepito's 18th exhibit. So, as part of our also commitment to promote the culture of Davaoeños, Ayala Land has always been very supportive of the art scene, and so we are very happy to be the main sponsor for Mr. Lito Pepito's 18th exhibit. So it will be on November 18. We are all inviting you to attend our ribbon cutting, and on November 18 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, so may you please spread the word, and everyone is invited.
Okay, thank you very much. By the way, before we continue, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of RD Tanya Rabatan of the Department of Tourism, Region 11. RD will be joining us for our second set. Okay, so do you have more questions? Ano na pa tayo mga pangutana? Yes, bye.
Mr. Lito, na-mention ka kanina, pag imo nga panawagan sa mga local artists na to promote culture, based po sa inyong general assessment, more on unsa ba ang mga motivation sa ang mga local artists in making their arts, presenting their arts?
Kadaghanan nakafocus magutag what's new in the international market. So ang atong tagaan og kuan higayon karong panahon na kay hinog-hinog naman ang atong art sa Davao. Ato na sang tan-aw ng atong kaugalingon, hinay-hinayon nato pagpukaw ang mga tao nga niya daytay daghang kayong subjects nga maipakita dinhi sa Mindanao nga di makit-an sa ubang nasod o ubang lugar sa Pilipinas, especially our tribes in Mindanao. Talagang they need our help to promote them. They are the most attractive tribes all over the Philippines. Kaya sinabi ko, dalawang artists from Manila just came in to take pictures of our local tribes in Magsaysay Park. Then they exhibited it in Manila. Then yung isa si Kukoy Paano doon at saka si isang artist from Cebu, nag-exhibit sila sa Manila. Gikuha gid nila ang subject nato. Muna akong gikagulan kay nanatay i-open nga museum. Duha na ka museum, national at saka local museum. Ang problema, kinsay mo pinta sa mga ethnic tribes natin, taga Manila, para i-exhibit diri sa Davao, taga Cebu i-exhibit diri sa Davao. Ngayon dili nato kuhaton nga kita may nasayod sa tanang kinaiya ang ilang mga tradisyon. So we as Davaoeños, ako Cebuano pero I consider myself Davaoeños kay dinhi nagyugo since 1978. So wala no kay plano mo balhin pa because I daghang nangimbita sa ako nga dito ta sa Manila kay tuwa dito ang Battle of the Arts. Sabi ko, kano na lang magpabilin ko diri sa Davao kay napakoy gamayng panahon nga makatabang sa pagdevelop sa ating local arts and culture sa Davao. Kaya nagpa ano na rin ako sa Davao Artists Federation kasi di naman ako mo apel-apel sa mga grupo kay mo focus na ko sa akong painting, but I need to help. I can inject even a little para makabilin ako gamay legacy sa art diri sa Davao City.
Sir, in terms of market, unsa ba sagad ba sa mga ginapatronize ang katong na ay local subject or international pod ang ginapangita sa ato ang unsa na?
Kadaghanan ang ganang mga yapis karon ng mga young professional sa gusto nila yung mga abstract paintings, yung modern kung unsay makita nila sa laing mga bahay nga dekorasyon, but slowly maniwala ka ang exhibit na ginawa dire sa ang gikuha dire subject sa Davao sold out in Manila.
Wow.
So karon lang sila nakakita. Ang sa una mo god, ang naka-problema sa gipinta nilang mga nitibo ingon sa ethnic na po. Ginawa nila ang mga nitibo na makaluluoy ba. So ang akong gihimo grandeur presentation ang mga nitibo kay sa ilang pagtuo, grandeur magyuna sila sa ilang pagtuo ug ato sa pagtuo kay ngano sila goy ginahila sa ginatibukan nilang balangay. So ato ginantagaan, atong tagaan ugwan nya ang uban mingon nga og di ta mo pinta og gining guan Davao subjects di na ta wala na tay identity ko di magpinta lang ta atong tabangan kay kini ang kuan kini mo atong purpose kay nganong magsige man tag promote sa western art nga ila mo nang ipakita sa ato mo ambit lang tagamay sa ila pero kinahanglan atong himuon ang atong art atong i-promote gikan sa ato padulong sa ila dili gikan sa ila atong ibalik sa ila ang atong art.
So last question, mag-range o pila nga price ang per art nimo with the 30 art pieces nga i-exhibit?
From 25K to 300.
25K to 300K. Okay, thank you.
Okay, salamat sa ato mga kauban sa media. Before we proceed sa our second set, no? Sir, atong guest baka napangwilayag gusto iatag nga information and iimbitahon na to ang publiko to attend your respective events. Sir,
iimbita ko kamuntanan kung di mo mag-abot sa opening na pamantay hantod sa 25 November. Ang akong ipahibalo sa kanang importante yun sa mga collectors kanang pag inimbita ka sa opening mao ginay importante kay diha ka makapamili sa the finest painting na naka-display. So kung naawahay ka na mingon din sayang wa man ko kaabot ani mo na akong invite kayo those who wanted to have the best painting of any artist sa exhibit. The most important date is the opening dahil nandiyan ang mga visitors, mga collectors na makikilala mo rin at saka yung ibang artist. I mean also tambagan ko lang ang uban sa mga artist na just focus yung art for art's sake. Kasi art for art's sake, okay yan. But you have to survive. You have to So, i-inject mo ang economic sa imong art. Kasi how will you survive if sige ka lang hingi ng pambili ng art materials? It's very costly, very expensive ang art materials. So, we have to enjoy painting and we have also to have that economic support kung gagawin mo ang painting mo na very let your painting invite the buyers, hey, look at me and bring me home. Hindi yung i-promote nimo nindot gilisod-lisod na ko ni paghimo mo. What's important is the end result. Bisag yun sa nimo paghimo, but to i-remind ko lang, huwag natin i-exhibit yung ini-exhibit ng iba. I found out that there are subjects na ninakopya, ina-exhibit pa, and I reprimanded some na huwag, please. Kadami nating subjects sa Davao City, why, pakialaman pa natin yung subjects sa iba. Okay.
Salamat ka. November 18 na tayo.
November 18
Salamat ako.
back up to November 25.
25. As well ako.
As well ako.
Okay, Little Big People's 18 Solo Exhibit Utlanan. Salamat kayo, Sir Lito, for Ma'am Alma and Sir Jake.
Yes, please don't forget the date, November 19 for the Humba Challenge. So, championship na siya. So, basig makatilaw mo sa mga different kinds of Humba. November 19 at E-Park.
Humba is life. no?
Yes, that's right.
O Grice. Sir Jake.
Okay, so once again, salamat kayo sa pag-invite diri, no? Don't forget to visit Tagum with an array of activities karong November. Most especially kung gusto ninyo makita ang tanan local products all over the Mindanao, come to TINDA or Tagum Integrated Network and Distributors Alliance. That is a Mindanao Regional Fiesta Trade Expo from November 17 to 27 at the Rotary Park. And also, gamay na lang gyud kaayo ang among available slots. I will also take this opportunity na kung kinsa sa inyo ang naay kaila or would like to join us, naa pa may available booth pero count gamay na lang po siya. Na po may available booth for you to display your product and to showcase it to the audience of the entire Mindanao. So come and visit, join our bazaar. Again, that's from November 17 to 27, 2023 at the Rotary Park. And next, of course, one of the highlights of the November activity is the holiday tree lighting. That's in November 24 at 5 p.m. at the Open Arena, City Hall ground. And on the same date, we will be having the Mindanao Floriculture Congress. That's also from November 24 to December 3. And in line also with the same venue, kumbaga kung katong sa Avenida, naa sa Pika side ang floriculture, habang nagatanaw mo sa mga nindot na mga flowers, mga bonsai, on the other side is the Tagum City Food Avenida na pud ni siya. So array of food stalls and establishments na naapod dito sa Avenida tanan. And of course, nighttime comes, Carnival is there, open na po siya since November 3 until November 30. But there are other activities, surprise activities pa rin along the way. Also, ipahigayon pod nato diha ang Tinig Tagum. Tinig Tagum naman is a singing competition. Kadto ni silang mga local singers sa Tagum. So that's the grand final. Kasi meron naman Tagum every week yata na competition, and then the grand final will be happening as well during the fiesta. The fiesta, Tagum City Parochial Fiesta, it's going to be on November 26. That's the third Sunday of the month of November. So bibugid kayo ang Tagum, come to Tagum and experience what's in Tagum.
Very eventful ang Tagum City for the month of November. Yeah, Miss Gladys Medrano.
Okay, on November 17, 18, and 19, that's the Mindanao leg of Young Living Philippines' 5th anniversary. And it's free and open for everyone. So if you come and visit, we have freebies to be given away, which includes oils, home care products, swag items, and even Young Living diffuser. So I hope to see you there, and we'll be very happy to assist you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And boy, sa mga upcoming events na to, sa adventure.
We have the 6th edition of Mount Apoy Sky and Vertical Race this coming December 9 and 10 at Playa Busa, Santa Cruz, Davao del Sur. And we have also Presting Mount Loay this coming February 17 and 18 at Mount Loay, also in Santa Cruz. These two events is partnered by Department of Tourism, Region 11, and LGU Santa Cruz, and also in the province of Davao del Sur. So that's all, and thank you.
And hopefully, mas daghan na international participants this year, no? Especially nga, nagadako na gud ang ato ang trail sports tourism na to. Okay, dahil salamat sa atong guests this morning, and before we proceed to our second set of guests, we'd like to invite RD Tanya to join us for a photo op with our guest.
Sir. Ready to all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, usab may buntag, we're going to have our second set of guests. Kauban nato, of course, si RD Tanya will be joining us. Kauban po nato, naba si Miss Christine Gaid and Jessica Cordova. Ah, yes, okay. From our Wonder exhibit at the ARC Library Gallery. Can you join us here, ma'am? Of course, kauban po si Rex De Rosario and Juno Avala for Davao Art Collective Art and Design. Naba si Daday? Wala sila. Aka muna po mag-ano sila, ha? Mag-si-Elinita. Okay, join to dire sa atubangan. Ay, sorry. Diha ka, RD. Sige, okay na, RD. Okay na, diha ka. Move na lang ta dire. Kasya bata. 1, 2, 3, and... Asa ba si Alkid? Napa ba si Alkid? Napa si Alkid, RD? Ay, dili na ka mo. Okay, sugod ta. Unsa man? Thank you there. We'd like to acknowledge Sir Edwin, no? Leskiti of the City Tourism sa Tagum for joining us this morning. Salamat Sir Edwin till next month na po. Okay, may buntag sa tanan and welcome to our second set of pep talks this morning. Again, kauban nato no, our friends from different events for the month of November. Of course, kauban to si RD Tanya Tan. We'd like to greet first atong kauban sa Lahirensya. Kauban to si si Rex De Rosario, si Juno of na sila upcoming exhibit for the Davao Art Collective Art and Design Fair. May buntag. Later on, will tell us more details about this event. And we have Miss Christine Gaid and Jessica Cordova for Wonder exhibit at the ARC Library and Gallery. So mga art events ni, no? Very eventful ang November for the art scene in Davao City. And of course, RD Tanya Tan she's going to tell us more updates on the tourism industry for mga recent developments. So we'll start with RD Tanya. RD, baka simulan natin ng
Yes, oo. So, first of all, maayong buntag, especially to our media friends here this morning, ug sa mga guests nato earlier who were here with us, and at the same time, sa mga kasama ko ngayon. Iyan, magandang umaga. So, for updates, we're very, very happy to welcome back yung direct flights natin between Hong Kong and Davao, serviced by Royal Air, and also another route from Zhengzhou tama ba akong pag-pronounce? To Davao serviced by Shaman Air, no? We welcome them both just this month of October. Both airlines or both routes are flying twice a week. So para sa gusto na mag-adto, magbisita, and also if you have friends, no, na na-added to come here also sa Davao. So let's all help promote these flights. And also DOT, we just actually held a series of roadshow, and we joined, no, in series of roadshows. First, I remember the last time I was here, I mentioned that our team will be attending the Sabah International Expo, and as well as a business mission in Singapore, both deemed very, very successful. As particularly for the Singapore one, no, we will be hosting several agents by next year, no, who decided after the roadshow to come and visit and explore Davao. At the same time, we also joined in the MICE roadshow in Korea just last month as well. We visited 4 cities there. Of course, we promoted Davao, and we're really hoping that kasi we're heading towards the end of the year already, so hopefully by next year we will be also welcoming agents or visitors coming from Korea. And also we hosted, no, several agents as well from Taiwan. Last month lang din ito. They were all very impressed doon sa pag-ikot natin sa kanila and what they saw, no, of all the offerings of Davao. And we just also hosted several guests also from Indonesia and from Japan, no. Meron tayong i-host also within the month. So basically these are the very recent lang, no, na updates, but we have a lot of lined up for next year for everybody. Thank you.
And for the rest of the year, Aduna Pata, I'm sure
yes,
later we'll ask our media friends to know more about it. Okay, thanks so much, RD Tanya. From the Davao Art Collective, no, kauban na to si Juno and si Rex. Dili lang siya one event, but series of events, no? Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, good morning everyone. I'm Juno Avala from Davao Art Collective. By this year, we'll be celebrating our 3rd year Davao Art Collective with the theme Sublime Iteration. So by this year, we will unite all the artists, artisan designers, music makers, and film makers by this year. So ginaahag na mo ang tanan. So you will come and join our celebration for this year at La Herencia, Davao on November 23 to 25.
Rex, would you like to add something about Art Collective?
La Herencia Davao has always been very active in terms of promoting the arts and culture, not just in the city of Davao, but we're actually focusing not just one specific art category, to be honest. Almost every 2 weeks, we're always having this series of art exhibitions. We're able to host a lot of solo exhibitions. In fact, one of the solo exhibitions is going to happen as well in the next few days as well, right here at La Herencia, Davao. In terms of Davao Art Collective, this is our 3rd. To be honest, this will be our last. This is our final leg of the Davao Art Collective. But we're preparing for something bigger as well for the 2024. So, kumbaga, ito yung pinaka-last. Parang binibigay na namin lahat ito for the Davao Art Collective. So, it's a fusion of artists, artisans, filmmakers, and music makers. We're also putting them all together in one avenue. Sublime Iterations meaning it's an innovation of something what is there, kung ano yung existing already, ano yung original. It's an iteration technically, parang something new, something fresh, something bago na binibigay namin kung ano ang nakasanayan ng lahat. So majority of the artists as well and artisans were focusing on the younger generation pa din, just like the Davao Art Collective, the Davao Pop Culture Mania. Medyo marami-raming mga younger generations. Right now we're we're actually doing an open call as there are still available slots open for everybody. Meron ng mga ibang mga filmmakers who wanted to be part of the exhibition as well, for 33-day exhibition. We're also hoping to get more entries, more exhibition entries as well. Meron pang konting available na pwede kayong makasali sa aming Davao Art Collective. That's going to be on November 23, 24, and 25 sa pavilion naman ito sa La Herencia, Davao.
These are all Davao-based artists, no? And filmmakers and designers.
Actually, hindi talaga sa Davao-based. Maraming mga entries who are coming from different areas. We're opening it all. Wala kaming sa La Herencia, Davao, open siya. So, in short, kung kanina meron somebody's talking about focusing on the Davao, eto naman si La Herencia, hindi kami nagko-close ng door ng kung sino man ang gustong mag-exhibit, kung sino man ang gustong mag-express ng kanilang mga technically artistry, open kami sa lahat. So, that explains as well, medyo marami na ding mga nakabook na mga exhibitions in La Herencia by 2024. Sa foyer naman yan siya. Bale, meron kasing 3 or 4 na category, 4 na spaces ang La Herencia, Davao. Ang pavilion is always a space for events, bigger events, mid-size events that can house maximum of 400 guests kung naka-theater type, tapos 200 guests naman for banquet type. But majority of the art exhibitions are happening at the foyer, at the ARC, or yung sa library namin sa 2nd floor, at saka yung patio namin na all for smaller sizes. And bago po muna tayo mag-move on, meron pa palang isang activity as well that's going to happen naman on December 17. Sa younger generation pa din, si Art Collective kasi, medyo tinatry namin na kumuha ng mas maraming mga artists. Gusto namin mag-hold ng maraming mga younger generation ng mga artists, to be honest. Pero yung sa December 17, mix naman siya ng artisans at saka yung mga cosplayers pa din. Para siyang spin-off ng Davao Pop Culture Mania, pero focusing on the cosplayers. So magkakaroon kami ng Christmas cosplay party that's going to be on December 17. So ito naman mga bata-bata talaga. Magsa-start kami in the afternoon. We do have several activities for the kids. If you want your kids to experience a different kind of party, hindi lang sa school na party, pwede niyo silang dalahin sa December 17. That's a Sunday. We're gonna do it in the afternoon from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 6 p.m. So tama-tama yung mga kids can bring mga parents, you can bring your kids there. Pwede silang pag-cosplayhin kung anong gusto ninyong ipa-outfit o pa-costume nyo sa mga babies ninyo or sa mga kids ninyo. We have a lot of exciting activities to be prepared as well. We prepared them for the kids as well. For the adults naman, meron kami sa gabi. So medyo fun party naman siya na that promotes camaraderie among cosplay community.
It's good because we're starting them young, no? Awareness nila about art. Alright, so to tell us more naman about their upcoming Wonder, we have Christine and Jessica. Tell us more about your event.
Good morning. I'm Christine, and with me is Jessica. We are from Heart Serves. We're going to promote our the launching of the book and an art exhibit which is at La Herencia also. So it is at ARC Library. It was launched last Saturday, November 4. But this book is a collaboration between the Heart Serves artist and the author, Sir Elvi Tamayo. So this is a collection of poems from the writer. There are several poems here. This is actually the third version of the book. The third part of the book. The first two is in Bisaya. So we do have writers and authors here in Davao, and it's in pure Bisaya, and this one is in English. But together with the poems, we have not all poems, but there are some of the poems here that is interpreted by the artist. So the paintings are also exhibited in the art exhibit together with the book launched last November 4. It will run until November 18 at ARC Library at La Herencia also.
So di lang mga taga Davao, but there were also other artists
Actually, these are the artists. There's just 6 of us from Heart Serves. Yes. We are all from Davao, but most of us are actually students of Sir Elvi Tamayo. Sir Elvi Tamayo, the author, is a teacher a retired teacher from Ateneo de Davao University. So it's a personal relationship also with him that grew, and then we did a collaboration. But not all the artists are students, but some are grew as friends. Yes, and so there.
All right, thank you so much. I'm sure our media friends are also curious about your upcoming exhibit. And I'd like to turn back to RD Tan. I think we have an activity tomorrow, RD.
Yes, oo. So, TIAZA, which stands for Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority, which is an attached agency of the Department of Tourism. They're doing a roadshow. And tomorrow, they will be here in Davao to do a TIAZA investment incentives and opportunities for tourism enterprises. It's going to be parang summit, no? And they will be, actually, they invited mga stakeholders coming from the tourism industry all over the region. And basically, they want to promote yung mga fiscal incentives, no? Mga incentives that they have, which they will present to the invited guests tomorrow. So basically, maybe after that, Ian, we will provide information to everyone, which we also encourage everyone to please like the Department of Tourism Davao Region Facebook page para you can be updated, no, sa mga activities of the region. Particularly, you can also get information such as this, no? Basically, si TIAZA, because they establish what we call the tourism enterprise zones. Right now, we have 2, no, in Davao, and they have these enterprise zones all over the Philippines. We want to promote and encourage investors to invest in these zones and actually to come up with TEZs as well. So basically, that's what's the road show for tomorrow is going to be all about.
Okay, so we'd like to invite our friends sa media. Nado ba yung mga pangutana? Man?
So one is the iho, no, sa Tagum. Dili ako very sure ilan unsa kadako, no, tong place. And one is yung sa Kingdom in Diversion Road. We have 2, and we are encouraging all our LGUs within Davao region to also promote and having more TEZs in their LGUs. So kato siya ang main purpose ng TIAZA natin. That's why they're going to be here tomorrow, because they will lay down yung mga incentives sa possible, hopefully, no, mga future investors natin in tourism. So after the roadshow, we will provide information, and definitely we will share this through our social media.
Na ba nato ang target ato for Davao region for this year?
Murag maabot-abot nato. I can sense, we see already that Davao is very, very busy, no, and noisy, no, in a good way. This year, starting from the first quarter alone, we've hosted so many events already, no, and then Davao City na apay Kadayawan recently, and we have many more, no, activities. Nakita natin ang ating mga artists also masyado ring maingay this year. So everything happening now is I think will definitely help increase, and we will help reach our target.
So possibly by the end of the year ma-hit na nato ang I think 2 million. 2 million ma-exceed.
More or less.
Ma-exceed na to ang 2 million. Okay. Okay, sir na lang. Sir, ang art industry in Davao is really emerging, no? Actually, murag halos every month, every week na ay events si Lahiren, na mga exhibits si Lahiren. So, based on your assessment, sir, unsa na ba kalayo ang naabot sa art industry here in Davao City?
Dili ko makasulti ka ng perfect o kana na sa 100% atong gina-expect. But we have started it during the pandemic. We started with one solo exhibition from one artist na dugay na siya sa industry niya. Dugay ka siya naka-solo exhibit. Nagsugod niya na gamay ra kayong tao, hangtod naabot mi sa panahon karon na guys, kanang normal na lang kayo mga tuwang tao dito sa Laherencia just to look for artworks, and then with nagiging ano na siya. The difference siguro with other art galleries is that ours is an event space. So as an event space, so we are open to all artists who would like to exhibit their work. Gusto mo mag-solo exhibition, gusto mo mag-group exhibition, whatever it is you want to do. Hindi lang, it's not just about paintings actually. There's many other form of arts ang ginabuhat dito. Tanay mga performance arts, and even some students are actually started organizing some activities nila within their school who wanted to come up with their own exhibition dito sa Laherencia. So I would say that we are so happy na kusog ka ng daghan og mga artists, murag na known na siya ang that's what hindi man Laherencia ang gusto namong ipahibalo nga kanang we're the center for arts. We wanted it na kanang naalay space, naalay avenue ang every artists, everybody deserves na makita iyong artwork regardless kung unsa imong inspiration, whether it's westernized, whether it's local. I see different actually artists na lahi-lahi og kanang kuan, and we like that. It's because we wanted to give them a variety of works, and then every artist has a different niche market, niche crowd na bumibili din ng mga artworks. And I'm so happy nga from zero sold na mo abot og kanang isa ka solo exhibition na sold out ang iyang mga artworks, and I'm so happy for that, to be honest.
So, and even ano, so di ba mga katong mga baguhan pa ng mga artists is dira nagako ano, and then
Yes.
even dili lang siya exclusively for Davao artists, no, na it's because na kabantay ko na yung mga 4 young artists from Kidapawan na nag-exhibit diya.
Sir, we're actually open to all, not just from Kidapawan, but we were able to host several art exhibitions, even from Manila. People from Manila who traveled all the way from Manila going to Davao para lang mag-exhibition. Bago lang nahuman ang katong bago lang may nakahuman ng isa ka exhibition niya ka ng all artists. Kay Sir Alfred Galvez, tama ba yun? Okay, yes. Na Manila-based na siya. So, ang mga artworks are coming from Manila. Gi-exhibit nila diri sa Davao. Dili lang from Manila actually, ha? Naapoy ka ng artists coming from Mati, as far as Mati, from Cagayan, and many others. And even from Kidapawan, daghan na gid sila.
Last question, sir. Nganong mas ginapili ang Laherencia as a place of kining exhibition?
Dili man wala man mipili. Dili mi kung kinsa lang among kaila, sila lang among pasudlon. So open gyud siya to all. So wala mi discrimination in terms of unsa man klase imong artworks din ha. Kay kabalo mi nga kanay imong klase nga work naa na shades na gihapon kay the reason why we wanted to come up with an art exhibition is we wanted to sell our work. We wanted our works to be seen and different kung sa malls or sa hotels or many other houses ng ating mga target clients natin. And then kami dili mi nagapili. We've always been very open to all artists who would like to exhibit sa amin sa Laherencia.
Okay, thank you po, sir.
Okay, Laherencia is very inclusive to all artists from all media, no? All media. Okay, do we have more questions? Ito mga questions? Okay na ta. Balik ta kay Art. Do you have anything more that you'd like to add?
Yes.
I would just like to, well, it has been already announced no, by our central office as well, na ay flagship program po ng atong Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco, what we call the Tourism Champions Challenge, no? Wherein binigyan ng chance yung mga LGUs to come up with infra proposals, no? And with this, as a response, no, overwhelming ang response because our secretary herself was local chief executive prior to becoming secretary of the Department of Tourism, and she really saw the need of yung pag-empower sa mga LGUs, no, because they know what they need in their area. So overwhelming ang response because the department received close to 100 proposals. And ang pipiliin kasi dito is 5 from Luzon, 5 from Visayas, and 5 from Mindanao. With this, we're very, very happy that among the 3 LGUs who submitted no, and vied for this program sa Davao region, all 3 were shortlisted among the 5 chosen sa Mindanao. Magkakaroon, we will be having capability building exercises with them, and after that, mapipili na kung sino yung ranking, no? Of course, the ranking corresponds to the amount of support that they will receive. So, kung first in rank ka, you will get 20 million funding for that particular project that you proposed. If second, 15 million. If third, 10 million. If fourth, 8 million, and 7 million kung nasa fifth ang rank mo. But all 3 no, ng ating LGU proposed na shortlist sila doon sa 5. So ang hintayin na lang natin yung relevance kasi ang ranking will be based on the, of course, relevance of the project to the industry.
We're happy that 3 from Mindanao are from Davao region. No? All right, from Juno and Rex, do you have anything more to add? I'd like to invite our friends.
And we are still on an open call for all artists, artisan designers, music makers, and filmmakers for our upcoming Davao Art Collective event this coming November 23 to 25. We have available booth slots for that event and hoping for you guys to come from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Yes.
And Rex, pila ka individuals, artists, filmmakers, all in all lang na to i-expect ano?
Actually, we're expecting 20 to 30 groups actually. Right now, nasa 20 pa may.
Groups na siya, groups.
Groups na siya. So we wanted to come up with more entries, more artists and artisans. Ang artisans, more dagdagan na sila. But we wanted to tap the music category, the filmmakers category as well, to showcase their work. Naana po nag-reply na po sa mo, na nag-show interest in showcasing their work during sa event natin. So we do have a lot of activities that's going to happen on those 3 days, November 23, 24, and 25. This time at the Pavilion of Lahiran sa Davao. Wala pa siyang bayad, so open for siya para sa lahat. So pwede kayong mag-drop by and check out kung kinsa man itong mga batanon. Actually, dili man siya open sa batanon lang ha. Actually, open po siya to all. Pero dagan-dagan ng mga bata-bata ang category nga nag-join aning event. And it's one way of making sure nga na sila ay kanang avenue nga as bata as they are, na sila avenue compared before dugay lisod-lisod kayo makakita tawag ka ng space for us to be able to showcase our creativity. But anyway, I'd like to invite everyone again at the Sublime Iterations. That's an event of the Davao Art Collective in cooperation with Lahiran sa Davao and Alter Modern Events. We're hoping to see you guys there on November 23 to 25, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Last na lang yung sa December 17 as well, meron din kaming cosplay party for kids and adults that's going to happen as well at the Pavilion of Lahiran sa Davao.
katuwa pa na pulan sa Halloween, they can join the cosplay. And for the Wonder book launch and exhibit, Christine and Jessica.
Yes, we would like to invite everyone to go to our exhibit and a Wonder exhibit. It is at La Herencia also. It is located on the second floor, the ARC Library. It's open from 1 to 7, 1 o'clock until 7. And we do have activities on weekends. This coming weekend, we have a poetry reading and performance art as well. And the following week would be storytelling for children. So please do come and please bring your children also along with you. So thank you. The exhibit is until November 18. That's a Saturday. Thank you.
Edang salamat. Yes, I would like to add some.
Yes, again, inviting everyone to visit our exhibit until November 18. All 30 artworks are based from Sir Elvi Tamayo's book, and 15 of those artworks are actually published here in the book. So I hope you can visit. Thank you.
Okay, daghang salamat again, Rex, Judo, Christine, and Jessica. How much ang book?
The book is 350 pesos.
350 only.
You can buy 3 for 1,000.
Available at La Herencia.
Yes, and for every painting sold, you will have a free copy.
Ayun, very good. Okay, we look forward to your respective events, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. And Ardy Tanya, daghang salamat for joining us and for the updates. And sa to mga friends sa media, daghang salamat, and see you in 2 weeks time for our next edition of Pep Talks. May buntag, daghang salamat sa tanan.
Isa-isa lang.
Thank you.
Next month na po. Next month na po.